Okay, I want to share something with you today as working a regular job and living paycheck to paycheck. It happens. I'm just maybe, and then maybe many of you say, no, that does not happen and it should not happen. So I'm just the one person out of the billions in the world. And just in case I'm not, let me share this with you. Some things to do as far as to calm yourself down when you experience fraud. You experience your bank being hacked or any type of fraud when living paycheck to paycheck, which can be extremely stressful. And so yesterday when it happened, no, I didn't Google anything. I didn't look anything up. I just blew a gasket. I was so upset, like this cannot be really happening to me. I gave them the benefit of the doubt and I said, well, my deposit is not in at this particular time that it normally goes in. So I'll give them, a few hours, and because of the time zone change, I waited a little too late, and so I had to screenshot what was going on in my account. Like it was showing processing the direct deposit, then it showed received and went to my email that like I received it, which I never did, and then it showed returning to the payroll department, And so here's a few things to help calm yourself down. It says here, take a deep breath. And that's something I sure was not doing yesterday. I was trying. I swear, I declare I was trying. But it says, before reacting, take a few deep breaths to calm your nerves. Deep breathing helps regulate your emotions and can provide a moment of clarity. And this was hard because, when the bank stopped answering the phones, or it's like, for example, they close at 5 and at 4 p.m. their time, they said this particular person is on lunch. That was a little red flag there. Like 1 hour before you go home, you're on lunch. Okay. Which made me even hotter. Verify the situation, confirm the details of the fraud. Contact your bank to understand the extent of the issue. Report any unauthorized transactions and inquire about their fraud resolution process. Document everything. Keep a record of all conversations with the bank, including names, dates, and details discussed. Document any communication related to the fraud. So you keep checking your account, because when you notice something that's not right, it's going to keep changing, and you want to keep screenshotting it or making copies if you can of what's going on, so you can prove it when you're able to get in touch with a live human being. Once you get through to the source of it, freeze accounts if necessary, and to prevent any unauthorized transactions. In this case, the next day, which was earlier today, they sent the email saying, we don't know what's going on, but we suggest that everyone take their money out of their accounts and change their direct deposit to somewhere else. Yeah, that was pretty deep. Last night and yesterday I was thinking about, they said contact law enforcement, but I kept trying to talk to them with chat, and I was like, what is the police going to do? Can somebody please help me? So review your budget. Access your current financial situation. Review your budget to understand your immediate and upcoming expenses. Prioritize essential bills and necessities. So those that are waiting to get paid on that payday, as soon as you calm down, because can't nobody say don't you get upset and don't be mad and things of that nature. When you calm down, that's when you start, even if you have to write it down, who do I call next? I call my HR department. I call those bills that are due next, that have a deadline. And even though you have to sit on the phone for hours and hours to get a live human being, or you get transferred here and there, don't let that, try not to let that upset you anymore. You go through your rage and can't believe it phase, but eventually calm down so that you can take care and prioritize your essential bills and necessities. It says contact creditors, service providers, Now, what I do want to say about that is sometime when you talking to people, this is why you got to know who you share. When it says seek support, reach out to friends, family, support networks, emotional support, potential assistance, sharing your situation can alleviate some of the stress. And I will say, it helps when you can talk to somebody and say, this is what happened. And but then you start looking at some people crazy when they say, number one, you should not be living paycheck to paycheck. You're 80 years old and you living paycheck to paycheck. What the heck is wrong with you? Or what bank do you have? Or what, aren't you supposed to put your money in different banks? Or don't you know how to have your own bank? Or just those type of things is not helpful to you at the moment. So don't get offended if you find somebody that says those type of things back to you when you are reaching out. A lot of times you just want to share your situation so you can get some of the stress off of you. This is when you can, if you can't find anybody that speaks the same language as you, get a pen and a paper and start writing. Find ways to talk to yourself and say, I have to get my mind together, get my head together, calm down. However you do it, so that you can focus and take care of yourself. And then with that, they talk about explore financial assistance programs, consider professional advice. But before I forget, also, you hear people saying the world is going to hell in a breadbasket, or things of those lines. And it's all how we think of things. So me, when somebody says that, it's like, I don't want to think like that. So what I'm going to think is just like when I, would call the main, in this case, it was DFAS, Department of Finance and Defense Finance. And so when I called them, they was like, you're not alone. They have received many phone calls already today with similar and same situations. So I'm like, wow, something is really going on. And so everybody I called, my HR department, the payroll, DFAS, was so helpful. So it is a good idea. Yes, this is it feels wrong. It is wrong, and it hurts, especially when you're dependent on your one paycheck that you get. When you live paycheck to paycheck, I know that all too well. That is me, and I'm not ashamed to say it. But when people say the world is going to hell on a breadbasket, let me tell you, everybody I talked to that assisted with changing the router number, account number, expediting things to return, the payment and whatever, was so freaking helpful. So helpful. And they was happy to be helpful at their job and to be able to expedite and assist in the job that they have. So that's the way I'm going to look at the situation. I understand we have good, bad, and ugly and evil people in the world. I'm not going to focus on that. Yeah, I need to get everything together and, calm my mind, and so that I can focus and, be calculated on how to, correct things. And I'm just so appreciative. Although that happened to me, I am so grateful and thankful that I came across people that answered the phone, that was able to assist and help with facts and paperwork, with being off duty, and just going above and beyond. I mean, just beautiful. So I'm not going to think of those on those terms as where people want to focus on the extremes, those extreme people, whatever. Let's see. Focus on the solution. Concentrate on the steps you can take to resolve the issue rather than dwelling on the stress. That's what I kept trying to tell myself. And eventually I noticed, like back in the day, it would have took me a longer time to come down off of the angriness and the madness and that can't believe this, feeling. But for some reason, I came off of it pretty quickly. I don't know what I was telling myself in my head, but it didn't last long. So in creating a plan of action to help regain a sense of control. The last one here, it says take self-care. Always self-care within any situation. Take care of your mental and emotional well-being. Engage in activities that bring comfort and relaxation to help cope with stress. Depending on the time of day, depending on if you're at work, not at work, depending on what you're doing, if you can get out and walk, if you can get out, get some sunshine, if you can, either or go in your kitchen and cook, if you can clean your bathroom, whatever it is that's going to give you some relaxation. And it's different for everybody. In summary, remember, you are not alone, and there are resources available to help you navigate financial challenges. It is crucial to take proactive steps. Document everything and seek support as needed. So everybody in this world is not bad, is the summary of this thing that happened. The bank was hacked. There's some fraudulent activity. I mean, it's crazy, but I'm not going to dwell on that part. I'm going to dwell on correcting the error to my advantage, to what I need and what's owed to me. Working every day and, somebody's stealing money from the bank. That, I just can't dwell on the negativity of that. And so today I'm feeling so much better, and I'm so grateful and thankful again for the people that I've spoken to on the phone and by email. That is just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people in this world.